Welcome to this comprehensive demo of the Apex Care Plan workflow. In this session, we'll begin directly from the patient profile, navigating into the Referrals and Cases tab. By unfolding the Cases section, we'll see the active case associated with our patient. Clicking on that case will take us into the Case Details view, which is where we'll start building and managing the care plan workflow. Let's begin by opening Robert's case and starting the Apex Care Plan workflow. This demo follows the journey of Robert, our beneficiary, and highlights how staff can seamlessly transition from patient information into actionable care planning. Along the way, we'll showcase the technical recipes that drive efficiency, such as Z-code suggested goals, and demonstrate how each UI feature supports staff in delivering coordinated, patient-centered care. Stage 1 is Assign. Accountability is key in care management. I'll select the Case Coordinator dropdown. Since I'm the logged-in user, my name appears at the very top for efficiency. Once selected, I am officially responsible for Robert's success. Here is a validation that we completed the action. The Assign step immediately updates with a green checkmark, confirming that ownership is locked in and we are ready to proceed. Next is Stage 2, Referrals and Needs. The first step is the needs assessment. We use the standardized Prepare tool to identify Robert's social determinants of health. I'll launch the needs assessment. For this demo, we're looking at a shortened version of our Prepare tool. I'll answer just a few high-level questions about Robert's situation. Here is the introduction of the assessment. We can see the beneficiary's name. I'll answer just a few high-level questions about Robert's current housing. At the end of this shortened assessment, I select the clinical conditions or Z-codes that Robert's answers identified. Also, we can select some tasks that will be triggered so we can do this referral. I'll select the checkbox in this preview. This action confirms the responses and triggers the creation of a referral task. Click Submit. Instead of walking through every question, we'll jump straight to the preview screen. Once the preview is complete, I'll click Close to exit the assessment and return to the workflow. Here we can see the visual that we are done with the assessment. Now we click on Needs. This step displays all the observations and needs that were just identified in the assessment. You can see Robert's specific Z-codes and priorities listed here, ensuring we have a clear record of every challenge we need to address. To proceed, I'll click on Confirm. This action validates the list, making sure that all identified needs are acknowledged and locked into the care plan. Now we've reached the heart of the CarefFlow intelligence, the Goals step. This is where the magic recipe we configured in the back end transforms Robert's assessment data into a concrete plan of action. I'll review the suggested goals. This ensures that the care plan incorporates the right objectives directly tied to the beneficiary's identified needs. Click Suggestions. Because our assessment identified that Robert is managing a chronic condition, the system automatically surfaces chronic disease management as a suggested goal. I'll click Add to bring this into Robert's active plan. On the right side, the system presents the predefined tasks associated with this pathway. I'm going to select the Procedure Build Long-Term Health Plan. By selecting this, I'm committing to a specific clinical output for Robert. Notice what happens here. This isn't a blank form. Because the recipe is working, almost all the fields on the left side are already pre-filled. This eliminates manual data entry and ensures clinical consistency across our entire staff. I only need to provide the final human touches. Set the status to Accepted. I'll assign myself as the owner and choose an end date. I'll click Save Changes. And now you can see the result. The goal is now officially listed in Robert's care plan with the status accepted. In less than a minute, we have moved from a raw observation to a fully structured, task-backed clinical goal. Now we move to step 4, send referrals. You'll remember this task from Robert's assessment. The system automatically generated this legal referral based on his need. Because we've already initiated the work in a previous video, you can see the status is marked as completed. Here is the service already listed. With our referrals officially in the hands of our partners, we move to the final step of Stage 2 tasks. Finally, I can create additional tasks for myself. These are administrative items that ensure I'm complying with my own workflow requirements during Robert's journey. While the previous steps were focused on clinical and legal needs, this step is where I manage the workflow itself. I can create and complete any pertinent tasks required to keep the case moving, such as following up on document uploads or coordinating with the family. Once these are organized, Stage 2 is complete, and Robert's plan is fully operational. Let's create one real quick. I'll click New Task, and from the Activity Definition drop-down, I'll select Verification Confirm and Upload Signed DPOA. I'll assign myself as the owner. Click Me. Set an end date. Click Save Changes. This task is now listed, ensuring we follow through on the legal documents once they are returned. Stage 2 is now complete with a green check mark. Let's move on to the monitoring stage. In Stage 3, Complete My Tasks shows only the items I own, like the DPOA verification, keeping my workload focused. Also the one that we selected in our suggested goal, procedure, build long-term health plan. Let's move on to the next step. Tasks follow-up gives me a master view of every task in the case, for Robert, the partners, and myself. In contact attempts, I log every phone call and check in with Robert to maintain a perfect audit trail. I'll click the New Contact Attempt button. This opens the New Contact Attempt modal, where we can enter the details. Contact On, set to today's date, representing the current outreach. Click the Next Contact On field. Next Contact On scheduled for tomorrow, ensuring timely follow-up. Outcome from the drop-down. Select No Answer Voicemail Left. Click the Reason Note field. Notes: add a brief note to capture context, such as left voicemail requesting callback. After saving, the new contact attempt appears in the Contact Attempts list. It shows the date, next scheduled contact, outcome, and the note we entered, providing a clear record of outreach activity. We wrap up our monitoring phase with referrals follow-up. This serves as our command center for all external activity. Listed here, you can see the specific service line for the legal referral we sent to our curated partner earlier in the process. We have now reached the finish line. Stage 4, disposition. Robert's goals have been met, his DPOA is verified and uploaded, and his chronic disease management plan is in place. There is no further action required. If we must interrupt the process, I select Cancel. I choose a reason from the drop-down and use the text field to explain why. This ensures our records reflect exactly why the plan was stopped. With the disposition submitted, Robert's journey is finalized. I'll select Complete as our outcome and click Proceed to finalize the case. Select the reason. Click Accepted CC. Click the Reason Note field. Click Proceed. This is the final state of the care plan. The system provides a transparent record of the closure. The status is marked completed in green, and it shows exactly who dispositioned the case, which was me, along with a precise timestamp of the action. You can also see the formal reason and the final note we recorded during the process. That concludes our end-to-end demonstration of the Apex CareFlow workflow. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today to see how we transform raw data into a structured plan for our beneficiaries. We will be going into much more depth on the specific mechanics of each stage in our upcoming video series. We'll see you in the next one.